Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing? So this is the first update for the month of May of the, oh goodness, what are we doing today? The movie Marquee challenge that I'm doing with Sandy from Crochet Canada. My brain just, I don't know if you could see it in my eyes, just not there at all. Yeah, so like I said, for the month of May, this is the first update. If you have never joined us, if it's your first time, hello, welcome. The idea behind this is Sandy and I are alternating months picking movies and showing you guys the movie posters for said movie. We are picking and choosing colors from the movie posters and making projects. Originally it was blankets, which I am actually, excuse me, sorry, frog in my throat, which I am sticking to. I have decided, yes. And Sandy is doing different projects throughout the year. She did do a blanket the first month, and she's done some awesome things. She's done a sweater, a wall hanging. She's awesome things. She is linked below, so you can go check out everything that she's done. Since I'm awful at adding to the playlist, that is also linked below. Out of habit, mine are always in the playlist because as I put them up, I put mine in there. But I'm awful at, even though I watch hers when they come out, I'm awful at clicking onto and adding it to the playlist. I'm just very bad at it. So please make sure that you go and subscribe if you have not already to her channel and show her lots of love. So this month, this is actually this was our first one. The first month that we did this was Sandy's pick, and it was Silence of the Lambs, and that was my blanket for it. Just putting it out there. I like to show it off. I was really proud of that one, so that's why I kept it. I'm pretty proud of the last one too, the Black Widow one that we did. Anyway, this month was Sandy's pick, and the movie is Purple Rain, and I'm going to show you the poster for Purple Rain. There's actually it's quite colorful. Obviously the color that stands out is purple because of the name and because Prince is in it, and he was quite known for purple, wasn't he? But there's a lot of colors in it. There is obviously black because there's a lot of shadowed area in it. There is gray, there's, I'm pretty sure there's white and gray, if nothing else in the lettering. I have it in front of me, like you guys are going to see it because it's over here, but, there is what I got excited about because the last time I saw the poster was when Sandy and I talked about this in like December or January, December, I guess it was, of last year. But I hadn't realized that to the side of it was, I say orange. I saw a comment that said it was more gold. I say that creative license is what you see in it. And I see purple and I see orange together. I could see a tinge of gold in there too, actually. So, I mean, honestly, if you wanted to do orange, gold, and everything to like both of them, sky's the limit. If that's what you see and that's what you're drawn to, do orange and gold. I mean, sky's the limit. The point is, whatever you're drawn to, we would very much like you guys to join us. Both of our Facebook groups are also linked below. If you'd like to join in and post your makes, we have seen some really awesome things come from you guys. Really great things over the first, 4 months that we've been doing it. Just really cool. Some blankets, some squares, different things, very cool things. You can do any project that you want. It doesn't have to be a blanket or a square. It can be anything that you want. But yeah, I think there was, I think Bella did a sweater, for Venom, for March's movie. Yeah, so very cool stuff. But yeah, so if you feel like it, if you don't like the movie choice or the colors are not inspiring you and you still want to make something with us and post it, you could do your own if you want and just post the movie poster that you drew inspiration from. That would be really cool to see what other people find inspiring. We are totally cool because this is just, you know, for funsies. And yeah, so we would just love to see it, you know. As for what I have started, so this, if you guys have seen my last video, you know that this has been a crazy start to the month for both Sandy and myself. My anniversary with me and David started the month for me, and then on the 4th was the anniversary of my little baby's, Winston's passing. So that was, I spent the day with Abby celebrating his life and remembering him. And, just, not gonna say like lost my crojo, but it was not a day that I really picked up the hook and felt like, crocheting, oddly enough, because I crochet through a lot of stress, actually. But I guess it wasn't so much stress, you know, it was just more about celebrating him and thinking about him. And I disclaimer, talk to my dog a lot. I've talked to Winston his whole life, just like a person. And I did so with Lindy when we had her. We lost her this last year also. And I do it with Abby too. Like, I am that crazy dog lady. Like, crazy cat ladies get the bad rep, but I am a crazy dog lady by no stretch of the imagination. Am I not? So yeah, but it was just, you know, me talking to Abby and reminiscing. And, so I did not get a lot done. What I did work on this week was this project, because I figured we just have the month. So if anything's on a time limit, it's this one. I am trying to keep my blankets smaller, as you guys well know if you've been following along, and haven't often made that goal yet. I have not made like queen and king size blankets like I do often otherwise, but every time I think I'm making like a very small blanket, it ends up quite a bit bigger. So still haven't scaled it all the way down yet. I also had a great debate the last video, the reveal video, because I got super excited and was going to use 2 of my big anniversary cakes. I have the grape colorway and I have the, what is it called? I have one here too. Peach Party. Do you guys remember that one? The it's stuffed behind my my Frankie head and stuff. So without making a mess, I can't grab it out. And I'll tell you why I don't have it out actually right now, or in a second. But I was mixing those two because of the orangey colors and then the purple colors. And it was either that or I was excited to use, not the cloud cakes, my finger's not going, there we go. These Eco Brights that I've been like hoarding up for a Halloween blanket that I wanted to do. They are in the colors just simply called purple, concrete or cement. And then the orange is peach, even though, I mean, it is a peachy color. It's a peachier color than orange, but that's the best they had. So I was like, that's what we're going to make do with for a Halloween blanket because I loved the feel of the yarn. And I didn't know which one I wanted to do. I did start a blanket in the grape anniversary cake, but That is not the one I have with me today, and I haven't even pulled out the orange yet. So that's going to be my backup in case what I'm about to show you kind of like fizzles and fails. Okay, so my mindset behind this blanket. I wanted to use the 3 colors that I just talked about with the Eco Brights. And I also decided I wanted an 80s style of blanket, like a blanket that you might have, went into your house or your mom's house or your grandma's house, depending on your age, and had in the house, that you might see in like 80s movies or TV shows. And I looked in some of the books that I had, and I wasn't happy with what I had here. So I started dinking around online, and I found something on Etsy it was vintage patterns of the 80s, called the Wavy Shells blanket, I think was the name of it. And I was looking at it and I was like, yeah, I can get behind this. This looks kind of like the crocheted version of that. I'm pretty sure it's knitted, but we're gonna slightly go into a Stranger Things chat for a second. In Stranger Things, which is my favorite obsession ever, Erica has this blanket on her bed that I'm pretty sure is knit, but it's got arches and waves on it and stuff. And this blanket seems to be a crochet version of that blanket. So I was like, yeah, this is 80s. I like it. I mean, it may be 70s, 60s, 50s, but it was definitely around in the 80s. So I got the pattern, and I decided it's worked in strips, and like the pattern says like make 10 strips. And I was like, okay, well, we'll make however many, because I'm using a smaller hook than the yarn wanted. Because this yarn, let me just say, this yarn wanted me to use like an M hook. An M. It's like a size 4 yarn. It doesn't have a big halo on it. I think that I'm using a 6mm J hook, and I'm a Susan Bates girl, so I'm using the J hook, Susan Bates J, and I think it has a pretty decent drape already to this. I couldn't imagine using an M, but that's just me. I don't know what you guys have used with it, so I didn't. I did not listen anyway. So I may end up making more. I don't know. We'll see. Because it's pretty long, and I feel like 10's not gonna be enough width-wise. Also, before I show it to you, and what I get for not fully reading the pattern is after I make each strip, it says to loosely sew them together. And in my head, I was already like, oh no, Heather does not like to sew. We're going to figure out a way to continuous join that. I think I may have found something. Maybe it was just like the fact that I did it at like 4 a.m. after work one day, or I don't really know, but I could not wrap my head around any sort of way to continuous join these strips. So I worked on a couple different joining methods though, instead of sewing. I did sew it for a while, and I didn't like the way that looked. I'm going to show you. I'll show you the gray that I have started. This is obviously not the full strip, but here's the way the strips look. Now there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 shells, obviously, right now on this gray. There's 26 shells in each strip. So I have 20 more to go. I'm good at math. And the strips obviously fit, like this part of the next strip fits here. But yeah, I didn't like the way, and me and sewing, I didn't grasp the concept of loosely sewing it to begin with. Plus, each strip's a different color, and it just didn't look right. But what I wanted to do was take the border for the whole blanket and pretend pretend this was the blanket and just border it each one and then continuous join that together. But I couldn't even, it's just this shape, because you still get this shape with the border, and it just was not working in my head. There's 3 rounds to the border, and admittedly I was impatient and I only did 1 round. So maybe if I had done more than that, it would have worked. But I do like what I came up with. Okay, so here's the 2 strips so far. And I joined them together with the gray. Let me see if I can pull this apart a little bit so you can kind of see what I did. I basically just went in pretty loosely, and I made a little rhythm for myself going into which stitch, because there's no way in the pattern to do it, because they don't want you to do it this way. But it's just like a zigzag join is what it is. And so I did gray in this one, and when I join this one, I'll do purple here. So it's a different color than the 2 that are together. And what I want and what I hope that it'll look like, let me see if I can just kind of hold this up so I can see what I'm talking about as I'm talking about it too. What I'm hoping it'll look like a little bit, and it would have been more in my favor, I guess, if I had been able to do, if this one had been completely surrounded by the gray, if I had been able to do the border all the way around it, and then maybe this one had been completely surrounded in orange or whatever. To me, this looks kind of paisley looking, kind of with a stretch of your imagination. You know how they kind of say this person would look just like this movie star if you kind of squint and you're in a dark room and you tilt your head a little bit. It's kind of that kind of effect. I know that it's not paisley. I know it's not. But I just hope to have that sort of effect, because then it's an 80s pattern with an 80s pattern in it, if that makes sense. And I feel like I've seen pictures of Prince wearing this paisley scarf maybe or something. So it's a little homage to Prince also. I liked Prince, but I wasn't a Prince girl, so I didn't know as much about Prince's. If this were a Motley Crue or a Megadeth movie, I would know a lot more about the musical people in it. But I liked Prince, but yeah, I wasn't that kind of girl. If it was the rock movie, I would know Lita Ford or something. A lot better. But sorry, Prince. Could have done the raspberry beret. But yeah, so that's my idea. And if this fails miserably, then I do have the beginning of my anniversary cake blanket to fall back on that I did not bring in here to even show you, because I'm really hoping that this one takes off. It's very soft. I do like to pet it. It's very soft. When I was going on and on and on and on about the how soft the cloud cakes were in the Lost Boys blanket that I made for February, this is pretty comparable. I don't know if you've ever worked with the Eco Bright yarn. You guys might know exactly, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. But I love the way this feels. I love it. It feels luscious, and yeah, it just feels really nice. I could see if there wasn't such a fuzz difference, I could see mixing and matching these, honestly, because the softness is there. It's in my opinion just as luscious, or almost, maybe. Now I have to yeah, it's pretty much the same. It's pretty close. They're very soft. But enough of me caressing my yarn. Definitely is a pick me up or whatever for the week. But and since there's already a set amount in the pattern of the shells, well, you know what? This is actually a fairly long blanket too. Maybe I'm not gonna be making like just a, well, I don't know, off the floor. I know this is no way to measure it so you guys can tell, but it's smaller than my last blanket, my Red Guardian blanket, when you guys saw the picture of that. I guess time's just gonna have to tell on this one. But I definitely think if this is 2, well, it is 2. Since this is 2, it's gonna take more than the 10 strips that the pattern said, I think. But I guess we'll see. So, have you guys ever made the Wavy Shells blanket? And if so, did you loosely sew them together? I don't know. I didn't like the way it looked sewn together, so I had to figure out some kind of join. But what do you guys think? Do you like this at all? If not, do you think it might grow on you as I go? I hope so. I like it. I like it. I guess that's what matters, right? So, all right. I'm going to stop babbling and stop trying to defend and justify this, and I will let you go. But definitely, like I said, I still don't know what Sandy is doing, so definitely stop by her channel with me and find out with me what she's making. It's a bit mysterious this week. She's usually got her video out before me, so. All right. I will talk to you guys later. Let's hope I can get this done this month. I will talk to you guys later. I love you. Bye, guys.